All right, guys. I'm here with Doug. So we're down in Pakenham. I used to feed the less fortunate rough sleepers here. You probably remember me from that. A lot of the other individuals do. We're just asking people, everyday Australians, what do you think of what's going on in Australia? Like with the cost of living crisis, and how has it impacted you in particular?
The cost of living crisis is affecting all of us, especially in the retail with food, living. It's become an exorbitant amount. We've got problems with at least buying food mainly. You're seeing price hikes on shit that doesn't need price hikes on. Am I allowed to swear?
You can swear a little bit. It's not too much. But,
Yeah, okay. Just to know where the language is. Where are we at?
Yeah, so cost of living and how it's affecting you and everyday, like your family and friends?
It's the price hikes on almost everything.
Yep.
With food, rent. It's become an exorbitant amount where we're not all pretty well treated equally. They feel like they can just keep upping the prices.
Yep.
5-10 years ago, you could go down and you could buy food. $100 would fill, half a trolley. $100 now wouldn't even fill a shopping basket.
100%. I mean, even I went to Aldi the other day. I got like one bag. It was hardly anything for about $100. I remember. Yeah, you are right. You are right in saying that. Definitely.
They also haven't upped. They've increased our wages to the point where that they try to bring up our wage amounts and how much we should be paid, and I'm grateful for that. But yeah, as you said, like you can go to Aldi and as long as you're buying just your necessities like your bread, milk, butter, or your basic household goods, you can fill a shopping basket. $100 will get you all your necessities. But imagine trying to feed a family. You then go, rightio, we're going to get them snacks, their food for school, and you're now looking at a shopping list that's worth like $300. And that's only for a family of 4.
I actually seen once there was a woman, she had 3 or 4 kids and it pushed up to $450. Now, in saying that as well, so the next election's coming up in November. Do you vote?
I do vote.
Who did you vote for previously and who are you going to vote for in November?
I've voted for Labor for the past 3 elections I think I've been a part of. I'll still be voting Labor for the sole reason that they've been pushing for the things that we need as Australians. They've increased our wages. They've cut down with the pricing for a lot of things. They're chasing after big corporations. The tax amount that they've gone after for big corporations has brought back, I think it was like $20 billion in the last 18 months that they've recovered from, corporates just, not paying taxes properly. So they do have my vote. They'll always have my vote. They're looking after the little man, and I do appreciate that. And I probably will still always vote Labor.
So can I just ask, respectfully, so Labor's been in power for the last 2 full terms in state and federal. Have you noticed the decline in cost of living or the cost of living crisis? How do you put that?
To an extent, I have. There's only so much that they can do without overreaching in their powers. And I understand that, some things they do aren't overly favourable with the majority of the public, but it's also not showing what Labor's also done outside of the mainstream media. You've got the wage increase when they first came into power. The second they walked into House, within the first 16 months, they increased the wages. It went up like 2.5%, I think it was. Which, yeah, it's a small increase, but it's still a fucking increase. They've been chasing down big corporations on tax dodging, which, you know, then helps me out in paying tax. Like, if they hadn't, I probably would have copped it a lot harder when tax time came around, and they've gone, oh, well, we need X amount of money, we're going to tax the working man. Instead, they've gone after the bigger corporations, which I appreciate. What else have they done for me? The whole negative gearing thing. They've prevented investment into property, where I'm paying a big corporation to live in a house, and now...
Oh, it's just because of the
yeah,
train. Sorry.
yeah, no, that's
Because of
right.
the train.
And, you know, so instead of paying a corporation to live in a house and it being taken out of the investment industry, more people are going to be buying homes. So hopefully the rent will slowly stabilize to the point where I don't have to be forking out stupid amounts of money and then be worried about in the next year how much is my rent going to go up by.
Last but not least, in the polls, One Nation is surging, absolutely surging. What's your opinion on One Nation, and what's your opinion on Pauline Hanson? Be honest.
I'll be honest, I'm not overly favourable about it.
Yep.
I obviously have my own opinions, but
But that's what I pride myself on, as real as it gets, to give a voice to the people. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what, because mainstream media doesn't do that. So that's what I wanted to do. So go back to you.
and I appreciate that. But Pauline Hanson is backed by major mining companies. Her Better Australia isn't Better Australia. I feel like when she gets in, she's probably going to rebuke a lot of the things that Labor has done for the country. She doesn't sound like she's for the country. She's for lining her pockets and all of her friends. You look at what Labor's done and how much money that they've taken in for Labor. You see Liberals and how much money they make per capita for their election. You know, they get paid X amount. You see the same thing with the independents. They get paid just a smidge less, mainly because they're funded by billionaires, millionaires, because that's what, you know, goes towards their goals. You look at Labor. Labor's only like 1/4 to 1/5 of the amount, and they don't get to, you know, monopolize the mainstream media with, hey, look at what we've done, look at what we haven't done. Where you've got Liberals that own about 60% of the media, and then the billionaires own the other 40%. You never hear what Labor's been doing because they don't have the money to put into it. It's just a different stage.
I appreciate your time, and I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That's it. That's it, bro. It's good. Awesome. It gives someone else, because I've